Hello there, viewer. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Legacy of the Ancients. In the last episode, we had our forearm marked by a mage located within the castle. This would allow us to show members of the Guardians of the Scroll, a secret society here on the planet of Tarmalon, that we are working with them and to trust us in terms of allowing us to assist them in figuring out a way to neutralize the evil compendium of spells, or whatever it was called. And I don't remember what the most important MacGuffin is, but the name of it. But it doesn't matter. We know it's a scroll, and we know the warlock has it. We were also now told that the only way to neutralize the scroll is to acquire 4 jewels located at the bottom of a dungeon. The 4 jewels dungeon. And to that end, we were given a ruby coin to complete that task. It's a lot of faith put into us. I don't think ruby coins are things that we can get every day. But they trust us. And so with that in mind, we're heading back into the museum, finding that exhibit, and heading on in. Let's get started. Hope you all are doing well. I apologize again for the beginning of the last video. It's a good thing I checked that video too before I uploaded it to YouTube, or there would have been 3 minutes, 38 seconds of absolutely no video whatsoever to be seen by anyone. I don't understand my recording software sometimes, viewer, why it has so much trouble, or why I have trouble with it. And since I'm not a streamer, I don't have anyone in chat to tell me live that there's issues with what's on screen, audio or visual wise. I gotta do all this myself. But then again, you guys also are extremely handy in letting me know when there are issues in chat here on YouTube. Thank you all again for such assistance. My God. so many mistakes and problems. So many of them could be corrected if I wasn't so... I don't know if lazy is a correct word, but I'll use lazy. Alright, that way lies the test. Try to remember where it actually is. That's Pegasus to the left. Okay, it's in the other wing. That's Pegasus to the left again. So it's down here somewhere. It's a dead end to our right? It is. Okay, so... I don't know which way is going to be the fastest way to reach it. Maybe this is it? Nope. Maybe it still is. That's it? That's it. Alright. Let's take a look at this amazing exhibit again and head on into the 4 Jewels dungeon. You haven't used this exhibit. Insert your ruby coin. This exhibit shows the gateway to Tarmalon's most dangerous dungeon. It is largely this exhibit which caused the inner section of the museum to be closed off to casual explorers. Really? Why? Sorry, I'm gonna talk about this really quick. Why? So this exhibit's going to ask if we want to go there, I'm pretty sure, as opposed to sucking us into the dungeon at the lowest level and saying, good luck with getting out of that. I would have thought the test was the reason why this entire thing was shut down, not the 4 Jewels dungeon. Alright, well, apparently this was so dangerous, too many not prepared people went in here, then they complained on the internet. The magical web here on Tarmalon about how this dungeon was overtuned or the monster's too tough, and they were just downvoting the museums, that they were leaving bad reviews of the museum on a Yelp or whatever it was. So the museum shut this down, huh? Is that what happened? The museum has not charted this dungeon and has little knowledge of its contents. We know primarily that nobody has yet emerged alive. Oh, so anybody who went here never came back? Hmm. Would you like to go there? No other information, huh? Well, I don't know what happens, viewer, if we don't use the Ruby coin. You're not offered a Ruby coin from people normally. Or rather, I can't remember if you are. Maybe someone in the world would offer us another Ruby coin if we said no. But we are as prepared, I think, as we are going to be. So let's head on in. Go ahead and put in my, not my save character disc, the dungeon disc. Alright. Let's get our Psycho Strength spell going. And start our adventure. Now, I think the last time I was here, I mentioned how a strategy could be to cast endless befuddle spells in order to traverse the dungeon without ever having to worry about the monsters. And we've got quite a few of those. We could do that, but I really feel that for you guys at home watching, it is more exciting for us to walk through the dungeon and deal with the consequences of doing so. Traps, monsters, me being incorrect with where things are on my map, etc. So, we will go through it normally. We'll save our befuddle spells for when we're surrounded, if I don't feel it's an emergency and we need to use a kill flash. Or for the very final, level, where we can use befuddles endlessly to navigate it. Alright, let's get started. We don't really need any treasure chests, viewer. We've got as much money as we could possibly want. We are holding the most amount of weapons and armor we are allowed, and these don't have anything else in them that we would care about, with the possible exception of a topaz coin for native currency. And even then, we don't need that. So, we could just leave the treasure chests here, viewer. And I'm tempted to do that. How about we'll open treasure chests if they're on the way, but I won't go out of my way to get them otherwise. There is a chest to our right. It's a dead end down that passage, but we're just going to leave it there. Tendro Snapper. Have a bow and arrow now, so we can just pummel these things at range. Let's use a flame when they get close. What can we talk about, viewer, while we're doing the dungeon? We should talk about dungeon things. I'll have to wing it, though, if I want to talk about that sort of stuff. I thought they did a fantastic job on the dungeons in this game. I remember, I think I always tell this story, how nervous I was when I walked into this dungeon. Because I knew the fate of Tarmalon rested on my little 12-year-old shoulders. Oh, Nerve Streaker. Ooh, that's not going to kill it. The dripping sound, the sound of you walking, how it echoes a little bit, I really like. The bluish tinge to the dungeon walls makes it feel to me like I'm underground, or it's somewhat dark in this place, which I like as well. The dripping sounds and the creatures, how you can see what they are a great distance away, and as they approach, they become more defined. I loved all of this when I was, and still do, to this day. Even though there's no rooms in this, and few, if any, what you would consider to be puzzles, other than the navigating through the dungeons. It's more like labyrinths than what I would consider to be dungeons these days. But it still is amazing. I love this stuff. There's a treasure chest to our left, but it's also a dead end. So we're going to look to our right and walk back a spot. Where are we going? Okay. Anyway, I remember playing a cassette of various 80s songs, because, you know, this was in the 80s. It wasn't like I had to go and download 80s songs specifically. I grew up in the 80s, so that was what we had. And I remember playing the... Oh, okay, so we're going to Magic, Other, Befuddle. Backfired. Okay, well then we get to stay here for a little bit. We'll try that again. Snasher Turtle. It missed us quite a bit, even though we were befuddled. It must have appeared behind us and tracked us down here. Yeah, so I remember playing the Everybody Get on the Floor and Kill the Dinosaur song when I was in here an age ago. I think I put it on repeat for a little bit while I was in the dungeon, because I like the groove. I like the gentleman who was doing the singing. All right, hold on, viewer. We were almost dead already. So healing herbs, use one. I was walking down this way for a heal thing, and apparently, viewer, I don't have traps marked on this map either. Not all of them, at least, so there was a trap there. You remember that these, I have a cloth map I'm looking down at as we play. We don't have to go that way any longer. And it's a copy from an older map I had. So I probably forgot to mark down where some of the traps were. Hello, grappler. Oh, nice. Killed it at range. There's a chest here. Not very much money. 81 gold. Chests seem to have the same amount of money they did in the test dungeon. The creatures, though, here are just tougher. Level 3. Move my map. And where am I? Okay, I think I'm in the center. Yes. Okay, so... there's lots of passages down, but only one is the actual passage we want. And that way doesn't lead to it. Or does it? Wait. It does. Eventually. Okay. I mean, this is the way we want to go. Crap. What can we talk about? We're walking around. So we talk about music. So, 1 second. We have a monster. You gonna reach me, Night Stalker? You are. Let's use a flame. No traps here. We don't really need this chest, but we'll take it. Walk back a spot. Ooh, that was a lot of money. 567 in that chest. And we don't need that heal box. So, I was playing a game. Oh, 1 second. I don't know what you are. Let's turn. A grappler. Let's bolt this. Wow, took it like a champ. So I've been playing a game on my Steam Deck called Nitro Kid, which I had uploaded a video for in my one-off playlist a long time ago now. It's a fun little deck builder, turn-based strategy rogue-like game. That's a whole lot of words. There to describe it as briefly as I could. And something about the game is that it has synthwave music in it, which I'm a fan of. I like that stuff. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending upon your outlook on this, I suppose, the soundtrack is not included as game files. You have to buy the soundtrack if you want to download it. I'm guessing that maybe the soundtrack was made by a third party as opposed to the company that produced the game, which is why such occurs. I have a weird take. Weird is the wrong word. My take on music in games is that if I bought the game, why can't I get access to the music files? I can run recording software on the game and generally strip the music from it that way, which is often what I'll do if I like the music in the game, which I've done for Nitro Kid. Just left it running, stopped, and started my recording to record clips, and then strip the audio from the video that I was recording. There's other ways to do it, but that's an easy way for me to do it, using all the tools I have and how I would normally use them. I don't really feel like I should pay extra for the music in the game when it comes with the game already. That's a hard sell for me. I'm confident that the composers of the music for games get paid when the game is produced. In most cases. So I don't ever feel guilty stripping the music from a game if I so desire it. Some instances when I record Befuddle, we don't know what this one is. I think it's a Knuckles. I have a good feeling it's a Knuckles. It's not. It's a Tendril Snapper. For sometimes when I like the music so much that when I'm listening to it, I can think of the game. It's hold on, I'm messing this up already. I've been surprised sometimes when I've extracted the music from the games, because in some instances, the soundtrack has altered. The OST either alters the music or doesn't include all the tracks that I want anyway with the game. So that's another reason why I don't really want to buy game music. Where am I here? Okay. We do not need that heal box. A jade coin. Okay, nice. That's a thornberry coin for us. I've used the music from various games for... Oh, hello! Night Stalker. You are befuddled. Oh, and no longer. Anything chasing us? No. I use the music for various games for Dungeons and Dragon campaigns, what have you. And I've been doing this like when I play board games with my family or friends, and it's something I've been doing since for decades. Yeah, I used to sometimes put my tape recorder as close as I could to the speakers on the television so I could record the game for, like, Street Fighter when I had it on the Super Nintendo and so on a long time ago. Sorry, I'm looking at where I am. Okay. On my map, that is. 315. 68 bucks, not a whole lot. Let's examine. Get those traps on the map in case I decide I want to go... Ooh, hello, Night Stalker. I don't like fighting in intersections, but I think we can only be attacked from this direction on our right. On Knuckles, we'll bolt you. Still alive. Okay, we'll get that chest. Wow, 624. Oh, hello, Tendril Snapper. You saw us walk in here. There is a heel to the left. So we're going to go and grab it. There's a trap right in front of it, though. Oh, interesting. And it did not heal us full. I thought for sure it would. Okay. Well, they're not guaranteed to do that, so... Right. The funnest track I ever downloaded was for SteamWorld Heist. When I was listening to the different tracks, I had noticed in that game that it seemed as if how do I describe it? You had the combat music that played during the missions, and you had the theme that played when you were looking at it's not a world map, but I'll call it that. The world map that was in front of you. And it struck me that they could be overlaid on top of each other. And they matched perfectly when I took them, and then one second. Let's get that trap in view. I'm going to turn to the left and walk... Oh, what the heck? Okay. Magic? Something showed up behind us. Other befuddle? So that's a central snapper who moved up. I think. It was a Nasher turtle. I'll kill this at range 2. Anyway, I used Audacity to combine the two tracks together into one, and it was perfect. It was as if they were designed that way originally, and then they were, for some reason, split apart. I'm not sure why they did it that way in that game. And the way down for us is up ahead and to the left. Okay. Level 5. Where am I here? Oh, I don't know where I am on the map. What direction? Well, staying here is not going to help us. I'm facing west. Okay, now I know where I am. We're gonna go back this way. I'll put a trap on our map there, and here too. And we'll take a long way around. Music in games can give trouble sometimes to us YouTubers also. Often it will be copyrighted. Most of the time, that copyrighted music can still be utilized, but the composer or the company that owns the music will put commercials on the video. Giant slugs will always get bolted, because I want to hold on to our armor. If ever you guys see commercials on a video of mine, I don't put them there. Which I know I've mentioned in the past. One second, we're going to turn to our right, and then walk backwards. I do this for passages that are dead ends, under the belief that there's probably no monster down this little passage. There's one more spot behind us, and then and then there's a wall. It's just a small dead end corridor here. And I want to face outward. This way, if something was chasing us, we'll be able to see and deal with it. And now we're also facing the right way to move out of that little passage. There's a heal item to our left. A trap here too. I want to get that trap on the map, and then we're back to this passage. There is a chest to our left, another small little dead-end corridor. We're going to turn to our right, walk back, and get that chest. There's a chest to our right. I guess we will turn and get it. You know, I'm going to cast a befuddle spell. I have a bad feeling. We weren't being chased. And we want to go to the left here. Ooh, giant slug. Well, full of arrows. Giant slugs can devour your armor. I like to think instead of devouring your armor, it's acid from it, which actually dissolves your armor. We need another psycho strength. Let's see what the blue lion up ahead. Your strength spell will affect... I think you get a crossbow in this game. Might be thinking of black silver. Is that the way down we want? Oh, I can't tell. No, it's not. Oh! Well, you're ugly, Mr. Slime. Let's use it. Let's do another one of those. A lot of hit points on these things. Which would make sense given the dungeon that we're in. The only thing down there is one spot away. Oh, let's just go down there and show you. That's it. Not the correct passage to take. So, right. Sorry, viewer. I'm being distracted by looking at my map every few steps to make sure there's no other traps in front of us. It's a really bad time for me to be staring up at my other notes about what to talk about at this time. I guess we'll just have to wing it. Wow! Alright, that was either a spawn point or monsters can walk through walls. Because this Mr. Potato did not exist a second ago. I do not like being attacked from behind on this level. What's befuddle? And I think I'm just going to leave that creature there. I do wish the game would tell me when the befuddle actually ended, in case I wanted to cast another one right away. This is the proper way down. I love dungeons like this, where you have to go down to go up, as it were. I don't know. A Raker Brute is stalking us, and then it shows up. So that's interesting. It's as if we did see it in front of us, but it wasn't on our screen. Uh-oh. Oh, there was a treasure chest back here. No. We can get that on our way back up. Okay. I thought I was in a different spot of this on this floor. There's a trap here. So the monsters don't set off any of the traps. Like, they're not hurt by them. The traps remain completely hidden. For that matter, the traps reset. If we were to walk on them, leave them to come back in again. They must all be magical in nature, is my guess. Oh, a heal box. That one can stay. There's another one more or less, just up ahead. I love how this thing, like, crawls towards you with its hands outstretched. Mr. Potato. Raker Brute will bolt this. Dangler. Okay. Other. Kill Flash. We do not want our stats lowered. There's a treasure chest around a few corners here, but we're not going to go get it. It's too dangerous at this point to go. Well, not dangerous, but we don't need it. I'm gonna go down, turn to our right. There's a trap down here. No other traps until we round the corner. Then we have a hallway full of them coming up. Ooh, what the heck? That was okay. So all my earlier statements about monsters not appearing right in front of you are 100% false. That's the second monster now that has shown me that they don't work that way. So once again, that's either a spawn point for it, or they're walking through walls in their attempt to locate me. Let's use a befuddle. This is my huge mistake, because if we're befuddled, our armor could get devoured. Okay, good. This is a hallway full of traps in both directions. And that way is just a dead end. As that little alcove there to the left. So we want to go this way. Okay, we've got some treasure chests. We're going to grab these ones. They're not too far out of the way. Oh! The way down we want is here. But we're going to keep going in this direction. There's 2 heal boxes up ahead. And I would like to get both of them. There's one right in this little dead end. Here. I'm going to use another befuddle. Right, we're not being chased. Oof, 89 gold. That's not very much. Then again, we have 10,000. We have like 20-something, I think, in the bank, right? Some ridiculous amount of money in the bank. So we're not struggling for cash at all. Note that our food is going down. Remember, viewer, that we are using food while we're down here. So you don't want to walk into the dungeons without bringing your victuals with you. Climb down. Okay. We're not quite out of this. Alright, we're not quite at the proper level 7 yet. We're almost there. There's another trap right in front of you, Tim. I can't remember if traps in this game do things to you beyond pain. I think they only hurt you. In Black Silver, that is not the case. Some traps paralyze you, others can destroy your armor. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why I'm magic flaming when it's one space away. Our bow and arrow does as much damage. A second failure. We're gonna examine just to put that trap on the map. And now we are at the proper level 7, which is to say, from here on out, we'll find a few passages down. Below us there's 4 passages down, and in each of those passages, or rather, there's like a small little maze. Well, I'm doing a bad job describing this. And there's only one treasure chest in each of those things, and those mazes, and each one contains one of the jewels that we need. We need all 4 of them. We really can't afford to be missing bolts against giant slugs on level 7. Thankfully, it didn't eat our armor. Where are you, Tim? Oh, okay. Sorry, viewer. I'm not where I thought I was on the map. Okay, so there's a way down right there. And we're going to head on down there. Unfortunately, I never, looks like, completed copying over the level 8 maps. So we're going to have to do this as if, well, I don't have a map because I don't. I could draw a map right now, but it would take, I think, too long. I don't like being ambushed on these lower floors for fear of it being a dangler. Ooh, good thing we examined there. And this is one of the treasure chests we need. A large pulsating jewel. 3 more to go. Then we gotta climb back out of the dungeon. We're never coming back down here again, so let's get this box. Level 7 again. Ooh, hello! Let's keep on with the befuddles while we're on level 7 and 8. Turn north. Okay. Traps are ready on the map. Oh God! Mr. Potato. Thankfully, befuddles last a lot longer on monsters than they do on us. Our magic flames will do just about as much damage or less than our bow and arrow does at this range. You're about to become active, aren't you? You are now active, Mr. Slime. I'm about to say, if it survives that, it's got more than 300 hit points. That's quite a bit of hit points for a creature to have. I say around 200 to 250, it looks like, is what these things possess. There's a treasure chest around the corner to the left, but we don't need it. Maybe on the way out, we can go and grab it. Have I mentioned how much I like the treasure chest opening sound? Like, that's fantastic. There isn't a single thing about this game that I dislike. I don't think I've actually talked about why I like the game so much, like given it a review of sorts here. So I guess I can do that a little bit while we're down here in the dungeon, or on our way, maybe on our way back up, because I won't have to worry about looking down. Well, you will have to look at your map, Tim. So first off, I guess we'll do a little review of the game while we're down here in the dungeon. I really like that everything you really need to know is displayed in front of you at all times, right? Many games do this these days. Our hit points, food, gold, everything you want is right there on screen. And a click away, with the number being the letter being what will interact with the action, is everything else we could possibly want to know. So in other words, I did a poor job explaining this. The GUI is very intuitive, and everything I could want it to tell me is easily accessible as well. Where am I, by the way? Okay, I see where I am. We don't need that. You can stay there at the moment. I thought I was facing a different direction. Okay, we're gonna go and get this treasure chest then. That is a dead end up ahead to the right. So we're gonna go this way instead. And there's a way down. Yep, right there. So we need that way down. So down we go. Once again, viewer, I have no level 8 maps. Let's use a befuddle. We'll take that box on our way back out of here. Ooh, some traps around. Always feels so good when you hear the little beep sound going on. The sound effects of the game are great. Everything sounds like what I would imagine it should. From the death of the creatures, the sound of hits, how loud they are, opening chests, the little tunes that play when something good or bad happens. I love all of it. It all fits to me. Okay, we're done with this floor. There's no other treasure chests down in these, so there's no reason for us to be greedy and explore any longer. We'll just head on back out the way we came. Kind of. Okay. Now we can take this chest. Let's get on back to level 7. 2 more to go. Oh, hello, slime wart. Thank goodness you weren't a dangler. Magic, other, befuddle. We're facing south? I believe so. Let's magic, other, psycho strength. We'll get this chest. There is a trap down there. Graphically, creatures, I think they look good. Everything's easily recognizable, and like the guards looking like you, but being a different color to indicate they're guards. Shopkeepers look like shopkeepers to me. They're all. You can tell what you're looking at in every way imaginable for this. That's the wrong phrase to use. I don't have any difficulty understanding what it is I'm looking at. From the different monsters, they're all recognizable. You can tell what a chest is. You can see what type, like the traps. They're not. It's not like, and this is. I don't mean to be negative on such games, but like in. 1 second. Let's see. We're gonna cast up another befuddle. There's a game I like playing, or liked playing, I haven't played it in years now, called Dwarf Fortress, if I remember it correctly. And I think at this point, it's now, I think it comes with a, oh, Oh, and that was even on my map. That was almost half our hit points. we need this box. Maybe we should use another healing herb, huh? I'm gonna use one. I would really hate to have to do this again. We don't want to have to come back down here a second time. Anyway, Dwarf Forge was normally an ASCII-like game. Everything had an ASCII symbol. So, like, a single character represented a dwarf or something like that. Or monsters, or trees, or so on. And it was a bit difficult to tell sometimes what you were looking at. People made... I don't know what they're called. Oh, hello. Oh, let's use a kill flash here. And then we'll befuddle. Once again, I do not have a map of this level 8, or any level 8, so... we'll stick to our left here. And see where it takes us. Since traps can do at least 500, or... yeah, they can do 591 hit points of damage, and we need to make sure we don't step into another one of them. That was quite a bit of damage to take from a trap that was on the map. The music for the game is there's very little of it aside from the tunes that you hear once again when you do something positive or negative. Wow, I guessed correctly. Yeah, like right there, for example. But it's good. I like it. Once again, the sound effects are fantastic for a game like this. And by that, I mean of this age. I have no... a dangler. Are you active? You are. Alright, other kill flash. It's like a dangling Grinch. Racing out of here as fast as we can now. One more jewel to go. Alright, let's see. Where am I over here? I'm facing south. And that is probably all the money we're going to be getting, viewer, unless we want to go out of our way on the way back out of here, because this is the final little labyrinth of level 8. Let's make sure we befuddle again. I don't want to walk into anything nasty. We'll stick to our right this time. That was the wrong way to go. How do you think the boxes heal you, viewer? How did they manage to heal you? It must be some sort of like healing dust in them or something of the sort. Let's get another befuddle. Oh, okay. So if I had some criticism about this game, because this is my favorite game ever, but it's not a perfect game, it would be the story's a little weird to me with how things are revealed to you. We have this compendium. We didn't ever tell, like, the caretaker that we had it. But apparently, and this, as we'll discover, this belonged to the museum already. And it was taken from the museum, and we had it in our hand. We couldn't... I don't know why the caretaker didn't, like, ask us to hand it over to him. Why did he let us keep it? It belongs to the museum. It belongs in the museum. And for that matter, the jewels in this dungeon looks like they were originally supposed to be part of the exhibit that held this compendium. It's a bit weird that we're finding them down here, unless they had been constructing that exhibit with the intention of holding this compendium. Uh-oh, viewer, I don't remember which way I came. This is not the way, but we're committed to this now. The way up should be... Is it here? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm lost! I love this. Okay, our way out. Let's befuddle all the way back out of here. We have plenty of money. We have another, like, 20-something befuddle spells left, I think. 21, yep. Okay, so we're walking back out. Yeah, so I always thought that was a bit weird. Like, the dungeons called 4 jewels. The 4 jewels needed to contain the power of the compendium were down here, but it struck me that they were originally a part of the museum. So it's like the museum. Well, once again, Tim, you're talking in circles at the moment. If maybe they were once again designing the one exhibit called an ancient artifact to hold the compendium, and they knew it needed the jewels because they were working with the secret society. But then why did they still should have taken the scroll? Because it would have been much safer in the museum than it would have been in our hands. It's not like they can attack the caretaker. Or maybe they can. I mean, someone took some. And hold on, I'm a bit lost. Where am I? Oh, we want to go this way. If this compendium was already a part of the museum, then someone was able to take it from it, and they were able to take the tulip from the fountain that we were able to return, and I think that was inside an exhibit. So maybe, I guess there must be a way for people to steal from the museum. Maybe it's just like, oh, well, I'm glad it backfired here. It's so much that there's nothing in front of us. Try that again. It can backfire again. Okay, good. And where am I? We're gonna go... we'll get that treasure chest that I mentioned earlier. Sorry, viewer. Looking at... Okay, so it's a straight shot, Tim, all the way back to the way up. Ooh! Slime. Hello. Since you attacked us, we will use another befuddle. The crown and scepter of Mancella used to belong to the museum too, right? I think so. But that exhibit doesn't exist anymore. Maybe they were able to destroy the exhibit and or take the things from it. The exhibits seem to, I don't know, like they look as if they belong to some sort of like pocket dimension. So maybe that sealed that up. Oh God, lots of befuddled backfires. Try another befuddle. You'd think with the intelligence of 34 we wouldn't be having the trouble that we're having. Level 6. We already got both heal boxes behind us. For the museum's dangerous wing, There isn't actually that much that's dangerous. I feel like it really should be up to the adventurers who went... Ooh, another Mr. Potato. Let's use a kill flash. Another befuddle spell. Let's get out of here. It's not the museum's fault if people go into a dungeon and die therein. If the museum didn't directly send them there, it gives them the opportunity. It's up to them to see that opportunity is lucrative to them. Where am I? Okay, I see. I'm going straight. And we left this behind for our return trip. By far and large, the test has been the most dangerous exhibit. I think in Black Silver, there were no dangerous exhibits there. Oh, do I want this chest? Yeah, we'll take it. Ooh, 610. Very nice. Let's use another befuddle. The other one's probably expired by now. And where are you here, Tim? Okay, we have a long passage to just walk down. If I recall correctly, in Black Silver, your levels were not numbers like they are in this game. You got a different title. And it was there was no caretaker in that. There was no museum on Bantros, which was the name of that world. How do I remember the name of that world? Well, there was no museum on it. But there were these archives that you use actual gems to open, not coins. I always thought that was a bit weird. Well, not always, but now that I'm thinking about it, it does strike me as being a bit weird. Where am I? Sorry, viewer, I'm a bit lost. We're facing north. I'm on level 5. Okay, I see where we are. There's a box here. It's not a box on no, it is a box on my map. Okay. Let's get this chest. And we'll use another befuddle. I don't have a good feeling. Nothing behind us. There is a trap down here, Tim. Don't walk into it. And now we're done with the lower levels. Good. Okay. Just a handful more floors to get through. Actually, is that right? No, you gotta go back. No, we don't have to go back down here. Oh, we left a treasure chest. Oh, we weren't on this side of this little of level 4. Wow, 731 bucks. Nice. We don't need that heal box. No trap in front of us. Straight shot, then to the right, to the left, and up we go. Sorry, viewer, I'm out of things to talk about. I do have my list of notes about talking about music and other issues, or other things. Why am I examining? I've already walked down this passage. But I'm just staring at the screen for the most part now, and we're looking at my map. Hopefully, you guys won't mind if we kind of keep this just awkwardly quiet for the rest of this. Where are we going, Tim? Where are you? Facing south? Okay. There were 2 chests. No, this is a way down. Yes, there's 2 way downs here. Neither of which we want. Tendril Snapper. We're just heading back up, Tim. Gotta go back the way you came. I thought I was being chased. Whenever the game lags a little, I always think something's gain line of sight to me. And then is beginning to pursue me. Ooh! Hello, Night Stalker. Scared the heck out of me. We're going to the left here. We'll kill Flash. We have plenty of money. And we're not going to any of the dungeons. Technically, I should not... Technically, argument... what's the word I'm looking for? Arguably, there we go. I should not buy any more dungeon spells, since we are not going to ever need to use them. Level 2. Oop, level 2. That's a blank piece of graph paper. Okay. Where am I? Turning west. Good enough. A bit of a twisty passage, but we're going to make a left up ahead and then head for the way up. Thank goodness I have these maps. There was one year I mentioned maybe I should do it without the map, and I think several of you were like, Tim, please don't do that. It would take significantly longer to do the dungeons without a map. Oh, I thought it was not in effect. I'd get lost, and I would absolutely feel the need to map as we go, and that would just add a lot of time for very little benefit. There is a chest. This Knuckles. Hello, Knuckles. Our first Knuckles, and of course we fizzle that. Let's kill Flash. $662. Very nice. And then it's more or less just walking out of the dungeon. This way? I can't tell. Okay, there's another trap. And viewer, we survived the 4 Jewels dungeon. And there's a Tendril Snapper right in the beginning, just like there was last time, but we don't need to kill it. Up we go. Because we went down, got all the jewels, and walked back up, we get more strength, just like we got from the Pirate's Lair. Does the caretaker want to see us? He does not say he wants to. But I think he does, so we'll see him. The next thing we are looking for is a diamond coin. Now, I forget who I was talking to about it in the comments. every time we speak with the caretaker, well, not every time, I apologize. As the game progresses, other members of this secret society, the Guardians of the Scroll, will be eliminated. There will be less and less healers in the world, not as time elapses, but whenever you talk with the caretaker, if enough other things have occurred. I've never had all the healers in the entire world die on me. I don't think that actually occurs, or can occur in the game, but you can lose quite a few. I think 4? I think 4 can be killed in the game world. Big Rapids, Langsberg, Cobbleton? Holy Point. All the ones I think on the normal island, on the main continent can be killed, I think. Oh, Mazleton might lose theirs, not Holy Point. And so, I don't want to talk with the caretaker unless we have leveled at this point. If I want to keep those other healers alive. Realistically, we're not in any danger of running out of healing herbs, right? We used 2 inside that dungeon. We just have to buy 2 more. Yeah, we just have to buy 2 more and we're back up to full. But part of me feels, well, I shouldn't even feel guilty about it. It's not like our hero here has any knowledge about the fact that the world's state advances in such a way that healers are dying whenever we talk with the caretaker, but they don't die otherwise. So if we talk with the caretaker, he tells us that another merchant in Langsberg was killed. That would not be the case if we did not speak with him, and then we went to Langsberg. He would still be alive. Talk with the caretaker is what triggers the event to remove that person from the game. Langsberg is under attack! Rumor has it that the wizard's compendium is behind it all. You have done well since I last saw you. By my power as caretaker, your level is now 6. You have done well since I last saw you just a second ago. By my power caretaker, your level is now 7. This is the first time I think he's ever leveled me twice. That means that we were supposed to level up before we went into that dungeon, the 4 jewels. Huh. So we could have gotten potentially better weaponry, but it would have been melee only, I think. I think it's swords now? Okay, well anyway, let's hold our gold armband. Use it. We'll go to Holy Point, talk with the merchants there, sell some gear, because we don't need extras any longer, and then we'll call the session. Next session, we're going to be fishing for a diamond coin. If we do get it at Holy Point, viewer, then we'll be ending the game in the next video. I'll, of course, kill every single enemy that we still encounter. It's faster, arguably, for us to ignore them now. It's not like they can realistically kill us. The only thing will be the mammoth screechers that can give us really a hard time. Or sea creatures. Good old Holy Point. And we're done with flip-flop. We don't need any more money. We've got some, like, 30,000 in the bank after we deposit some gold here. So, we'll first talk with the healer. Get ourselves healed. Wow, healing herbs are 726 each. We have located the compendium. It is in a fortress far across the sea. You must be careful. The evil warlord who has the scroll has gained control over it and may use it against you. I've never actually gone to the warlord's fortress without talking to a healer after my adventure in the 4 Jewels dungeon. I wonder if you don't talk with the healer and somehow get a diamond coin if he can't use the scroll. I don't think that will be the case. Find a way to the fortress. Yes, the only way to the fortress is to get a diamond coin. We can't sail to the fortress. The waters are too rough. We will immediately be killed. Well, not immediately, but we will be killed if we try to take our raft there. Behind the castle gardens lies a special flower. Yep, we knew this already. These are spells? Viewer, we don't really need any spells. I guess we'll buy some anyway. Let's buy some befuddles here. Buy 7. Let's buy 1 more befuddle and 6 kill flashes, just to bring this up to nice even numbers. 1 more befuddle. Buy some kill flashes. I forget how many of these I said I was going to buy. 4? 6? 6? Oh, museum coin? Alright, viewer, that's the diamond coin we need. So we are done. In the next episode, we're going to use that on the Pegasus exhibit, which will take us to the Warlord's Fortress. And there we will see what we can do to defeat the Warlord and or acquire the compendium, getting it out of his... taking it away from him. There we go, let's do that. Let's say that. Armageddon armor, what have you got? Nothing better than what I'm currently wearing. And you, sir, saintly swords. You have a saintly sword? Nope. Alright, we're going to go with our equipment then. We could walk around and get some better equipment than what we have. There might be better stuff for sale. But I don't feel like we're going to need it, if I recall correctly. We probably don't need food either, but we'll buy another 44 days. No. We don't need any services in that building. Is there a bank in Holy Point? There isn't, is there? There isn't. All right, I would like a bank to put our money in it. Okay. All right, so let's end the video here. Next episode, we'll go to Langsburg. We'll see who died. We know it's the healer, but we'll pretend our character is going there to double check. To see what's happening there. Double check. To verify it is the healer, as he suspects. And then we'll head on down back to the museum and end the game. Or rather, not just, it takes a lot more work than just that, but we'll get it done in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and maybe I'll see you then. Take care, everyone.